everyone, welcome to another sticker kit and craft video. Today I'm going to show you how to do block printing using fabric paint, and I'm going to show you how to do that on card and on fabric, like this. So when I went to the handmade fair in London, I got this bag, which is the starter kit, and in that you get a foam mat to stamp on, a choice of fabric paints, and a block up to the value of £15, and you also get a little instruction sheet which tells you how to do the block printing. So I'm going to start off showing you stamping with this apple block, and I'm going to stamp straight onto a card blank. So here we go, I'm using a 5x5 white card blank. So the first thing to do to get set up is to put your paint, I'm using this red fabric paint, into the tray that comes with the set, and then you want to dip your sponge into the paint and use the sponge to apply the paint to the block. You can put quite a thick layer on, dab it on quite firmly, and then you stamp. Press down quite firmly, and there you go. So because these blocks are solid wood, that's why you need the foam underneath, so that you have something with a bit of give that you're stamping against. So for fabric it's the same principle. I've got a blank tea towel which I'm going to stamp. Now these are quite large, so you'll need to move your tea towel around over the foam mat when you're working. But I'm going to do an apple pattern on this one. I'm going to do alternating red and green. So we'll start with red apples. And again, you just use exactly the same technique as you did for the card blank. So ink up your block first with the fabric paint. And even though it is fabric paint, as you saw before, I just used it on the card, and that dries quickly. And it also gives quite a nice handmade feel to the card because you've got the texture of the paint. There we go. So I'm going to start at the top corner with this. And again, press down firmly. And there we go. So then you can repeat your design all over the tea towel. And to make this washable, you need to set the paint with heat. So the easiest way to do that is to use an iron. So you just put your tea towel on the ironing board face down with just something underneath to protect the ironing board, and then go over it with the iron on a medium setting. And once that's heat set, then the tea towel will be washable. So because I'm going to do an alternating design on here, I need to leave a space for my green apples. So let's just ink this up first. So I'm going to leave a gap about that big for a green apple, and then stamp here again with my red. When you're using these, you have to be really careful that you don't get fabric paint anywhere you don't want it, because there's no way to get it off. As I discovered when I did my tote bag wrong. You'll probably also want to have a piece of kitchen roll handy just to wipe your hands off when you get paint on them, so that again you're not risking getting that anywhere that you don't want it on your project. I had been wiping my hands covered in paint on my tights until I realised, yes, it's fabric paint, so it's not going to wash out my tights either. Okay, so when you've done one colour of your design, you can wash the blocks and the sponges in warm soapy water to get the paint off, and then start again with the new colour. Okay, now that I've cleaned off my stamp, I'm going to go ahead and do the other apples in kiwi, which is a really nice bright colour. Now I do already have a sponge with this paint on it, which is that one. They don't wash completely clean, but of course because it's fabric paint it inevitably dyes it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp a couple of cards first just to check that all the red pigments come out. I mean, it's okay if we have red and green apples, you can get those. But it'd be nice if they're uniform on the tea towel. I mean, you can apply the paint to these in a two-tone pattern if you want kind of mixed colours on one stamp, which I've done before with the apple. That's quite cool. Okay, that's coming out quite green. I think we're okay with that. Here we go. If you'd like to see more from me, please do like my videos and subscribe to my channel.